Good morning! It is my first full day in Prague and I can't wait to see how much it's going to cost me.
The official currency of the Czech Republic is the Czech crown. The exchange rate is about 1 to 22, so $1 gets you 22 crowns. I took out 1,000 crowns just in case I needed some cash.
I'm getting an early start to the day because I have a lot of things that I want to do, so hopefully this video can also serve as some inspiration of activities you can try when you're in Prague. The first thing that we're doing today is actually free, and that would be checking out an astronomical clock show. I'm going bright and early at 9, and here you can see folks already gathered to watch the 9 a.m. clock show.
Installed in 1410, this is the oldest operating clock in the world. At the start of the show, on the hour, the skeleton, representing death, starts ringing the bell. In response, the other 3 figures on the sides of the clock begin to shake their heads. These figures represent vanity, greed, and lust. At the same time, the 12 apostles shuffle across the 2 windows above the clock. There's a lot going on, and there's also plenty of resources out there explaining how to read the clock and what it all means. But regardless, just seeing the clock and watching a show is one of the most quintessential Prague activities you can do.
That was the show. Again, it happens every hour between 9 and 11, 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. I have a walking tour at 10 a.m., but now it's time to find something to eat.
For breakfast, I ordered a mimosa and some avocado toast. The total was about $22, but I also left a tip, which brings the total closer to $25.
Breakfast was really good, but it cost me, I think, like 25 US, so definitely not cheap, and I feel like that's comparable to what I would be paying back in the States for the same thing. So I'm doing a free walking tour, which if you've watched my videos before, you know that I do like to do free walking tours when I get to a new place. So obviously it's free, but I will be tipping him at the end, so it should be still a pretty affordable activity.
We're actually standing on our execution ground. One of the most significant executions in our long history took place here back in 1621. 27 noblemen were beheaded here, so you could call them also representatives of estates.
There are several free walking tours that you can choose from, and I picked one specific to Prague's Old Town. During the tour, I was reminded that public bathrooms in Europe are not free, so this pit stop cost me 66 cents.
I guess I will be adding that to today's total. My walking tour just ended. It was about 3 hours. I ended up tipping him 200 Czech crowns, which is about, I think, $10. But I think it's time for meal number 2. For lunch, I got a vegetarian sushi bowl, which cost me 230 crowns. I would definitely say this meal is reasonably priced. If I am estimating correctly, I've probably spent about $50 so far. I just finished lunch and now I'm heading back to the Old Town Square to do the St. Nicholas Cathedral. It's supposed to be beautiful inside. I do want to check out the Prague Castle, but that'll probably have to be tomorrow because I don't think I have the energy to walk all the way over there. It is the biggest medieval castle in the world today, so it's definitely worth visiting, but it'll have to be tomorrow.
Located back in the Old Town Square, St. Nicholas Church was built in the 1700s. It was built in a Baroque style and has a stunning interior, which is what drew my interest.
St. Nicholas Church is this building right behind me. It was actually free to enter, which I wasn't expecting, and it's absolutely gorgeous inside. And they have a concert going on today, so we got to see some of the choir rehearsing. And it was a really good time. I definitely recommend this church.
After my church visit, it was time for a snack.
I found a chocolate croissant, which is actually really delicious and cost me 75 crowns. I'm going to head to the National Museum, which came highly recommended to me. So that beautiful building way down there is where we are heading. My ticket costs 250 crowns. Welcome to the National Museum. This grand building was originally constructed in the early 1800s. Today, it houses millions of items related to mineralogy, natural history, societal history, the arts, and more. And a fun fact, the National Museum is the largest museum in the country. I'm back in my Airbnb because it was really close to the museum I was just at, and I'm kind of exhausted. I just want to sit down for a minute. So I thought this was the perfect time to give you a tour and let you know how much I'm paying to lay my head for one night here in Prague. I've just walked through the front door, and the first room over here is the shower and sink area. And then the toilet is a separate room with a nice little bidet. My first time using a bidet, and it is very interesting. Through this glass door is the dining area with a nice modern kitchen, everything I could need, not that I'm really cooking. And then this is the bedroom. It is huge, full couch, comfortable bed, beautiful windows with the street right outside, plenty of space. I'm staying here for 3 nights, and I just did the math to find out that I'm paying $126 per night. So let's go ahead and add that to my total for the day. A fun fact, the Czech people actually drink more beer than any other nation in the world. According to the BBC, the Czech Republic drinks 184 liters per capita every year. That's nearly twice the amount consumed by the runner-up. So, when in Rome, cheers! I got the very popular Pilsner Urquell, which is a native Czech beer that is always poured with a thick layer of foam. And then it was time for my evening walk, where I decided to journey outside of Prague's Old Town for some free sightseeing. On my stroll, I saw some of the quirky statues that Prague is known for, including the dangling Sigmund Freud. Then I walked along the river, where it seemed like both tourists and locals alike were taking a load off. I saw more of the city's beautiful architecture and even danced a little in front of the dancing house. And I ended my walk climbing to a lookout point in a park, where I unfortunately had to use the bathroom once again. My last activity of the day was eating dinner, and I found an Italian place with delicious truffle butter pasta that cost me $18.47. I am locking myself in for the night. I'm not spending another crown today, and I'm gonna count up my total in the morning. Counting every expense brings my total for one day in Prague to $206.23. Definitely not what I would consider cheap, but let me know what you think in the comments. Is this more or less than what you expected? Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a big thumbs up, and be sure to subscribe to my channel for more exploration inspiration, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!